What is going on YouTube? Yo, so Yams and I'm back with another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. So I think the U.S. government is officially closed starting today. I think they were going to be closed at 12. It is currently 10 o'clock here, Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, so breaking news, U.S. government officially shuts down. Is this bearish news? It could be. You would think it most likely would be bearish news, but I think I was reading somewhere on Reddit that when this happened in 2018, it wasn't really, the market didn't really react to it. Like the market didn't really have a certain reaction to it, and a lot of people were, vouching and kind of just saying the same and just reinstating what the initial Reddit post was saying in their own words and saying, and just saying stuff like that, right? Just kind of just adding on. So if this is bearish news, I don't know. It could be bearish, it could be bullish. But again, our job here is to come into New York AM, PM, react to what market is giving us, and then we'll be well on our way, right? Our job is to catch a little piece of the pie, and yeah, whether the market is moving up, down, whatever direction, right? So let's jump into today. As you can see on the account, we're currently balance is currently sitting at around 742. So I actually made $100. Well, I made like $99. I made $100. I'm gonna show you guys why. I took two trades. There was this. I was about to take a third trade. But I was just kind of just sticking to my rules. I was like, I took two trades, both of them pretty much break even. I'm done. I'm taking my profits of the day, right? Being up $100 is perfectly fine, right? We're gonna go ahead, try again tomorrow, right? So let's start off on a higher time frame. You guys know the dealio. So if you watched last time or yesterday's video, you guys do know the current state we're in, right? We're currently in a higher time frame buy model here, and then kind of just continuing the uptrend that we have here, where we just continue up, take buy side, retrace back down to like equilibrium of a certain range, and then continue higher, just take buy side, and then just redo that cycle all over again, right? So first things first, coming into the morning, I did have this marked out yesterday, but I did notice on ES, right, we did have a 4-hour OB here resting, and we just kept tapping into it, right? Not only that, right, we do also have a higher time frame PD array sitting above here that we did disrespect, and we did end up closing over it around 4 times. But I mean, for the most part, over here we're going to be respecting. This is the PD array that we're respecting and pretty much holding us afloat to continue to the upside, right? So coming into the morning, I was looking at the higher time frame, and that was what I was watching. Now, in the morning was complete chop. I avoided that. If you actually ended up catching a trade in this chop, that's really good for you. For the most part, I stayed out of it. Of course, I was looking for longs, right? Even because I was using the ES order block. However, we're using that afloat. We also have a higher time frame SMT here, right? With ES. So, right, we're holding bullish order flow. We're pretty much retracing back into this range here, as you can see. And then again, wanting to continue the cycle of continuing higher, right? So obviously, I am looking for longs during market AM, but for the most part, we were just bouncing off of this 5-minute for value up here. And when price is just in between two PD arrays like that, especially during this kind of market that we're currently in, like this summer price action, price is going to be lost and it's going to be choppy. So for the most part, I was avoiding that, and I was kind of just waiting for something to happen here. So I was looking for longs, and I was initially going to start looking for longs once this 5-minute gets inversed, and I did notice that we have a 5-minute here and a 5-minute change of state of delivery that was getting pretty much respected. Let's see, once this closed, but I mean, look at this, like it's getting respected, right? So we did have a 5-minute. We actually ended up displacing this, creating fair value. We actually ended up inversing this. So I actually took this off the 5-minute inversion. Now this is London highs, as you can see. Yeah, so this was London highs. We actually ended up taking that. I was honestly hoping to reach this second level of buy side. Now, this second level of buy side is actually just the start of this, or just this buy side sitting in front and on top of this 1 hour for value gap here. So that was ultimately like my draw of liquidity. But for the most part, I guess price just wanted to come up, take take London highs, and we actually formed an SMT here as well. With this, I believe. Yeah. So we actually formed an SMT, and if you look at ES, for the most part, still pretty much chop. It was basically, ES was basically just holding us back a little bit, and then just after taking London highs, we actually ended up coming back down. So that was the first trade I actually ended up taking. Just a 5-minute here. Again, I was literally in here with 2 micros. Again, not going full size. As soon as London got hit, I was out, and then the rest got break even. Honestly speaking, I don't know. I've been noticing this, like in this kind of market, you're just supposed to just take what you can get. Holding runners is really not. I think you're most likely going to get break even if you hold runners. So I asked after this, I was basically holding a runner, hoping to, target this second level of buy side that had marked out. That literally did not end up working whatsoever. We got SMT'd. Now, I did notice this at all my journal as well. SMTs are active. Every SMT that you saw happen today was literally working. This SMT worked. We got a reaction move off of this. This second SMT worked. We got a reaction move off of this, right? So after this first trade, I'm like, okay, SMTs are valid. I'm just going to be taking what I can get at this point, right? So we have a sweep of liquidity. We just swept London highs. We don't have to take this buy side sitting up here. The objective, I guess, for this and price is just showing us, especially with this SMT, using this as a confluence, is that price, just wanted to take out London highs and then continue higher. And as you can see here as well, price is just holding, right? This 15-minute fair value gap here on ES was just sitting here. Let me go see where. Yeah, right. So London high for ES was pretty much up here. We actually didn't end up taking that around until 9 o'clock, right? And then NQ took it at 7:45, right? So huge divergence between the two indices. And then I'm like, okay, we just swept some liquidity. We have an SMT. Looking at the 5-minute, we do have, if we want to continue higher, we would honestly literally just come back down, respect this 5-minute, 15-minute for value gap here, maybe tap back into this change of state of delivery, respect it, and then continue higher, right? That was what I would like to see, but it actually didn't end up happening. We actually got some really good momentum closing through this 5-minute here. I actually ended up shorting this a little bit early. I wasn't waiting for the candle closure here just because of like RR wise. If I were to wait for a candle closure, I probably would even miss this trade. So for RR wise, I actually ended up taking this trade a little bit earlier. Again, this was a 5-minute trade. And I basically just took what I can get here. Took this with 1 micro, got in and out, pretty much easy. Bada bing, bada boom. Really good work today. I honestly, if you're asking like why do you only take it with 1 micro, this is my second trade. Normally I try to only take 1 trade. This I was up like I don't know like $50 on this. This one made me like around another 50 as well. Yeah, as soon as the SMT got placed, I actually didn't hold until the SMT. I saw the SMT get placed. Initially, I was wanting to see us maybe retrace back to this order block here that we have that I showed you guys earlier on the 4-hour on the 4-hour, right? If we would have retraced back here, that was ultimately my goal. But again, remember earlier I said that SMTs are active. Literally, SMT worked. So I noticed we got an SMT, and I was like, damn, are we serious? Like, come on now. Like, just just dump. Like just give it to me. Come on, like just 89 points. I'll trail my stop. It'll be fine, right? But as soon as the SMT happened and I see that this candle soon started to flip, I actually ended up getting out for around like 23 points, pretty much the same amount of points here, and that's how I ended up getting just like $100 in the day. And then yeah, I mean those were the two trades. I mean both of the trades make sense. Again, it's just for the second one, just holding runners was just not it. I really would have liked to see this buy side get taken, but I guess Price just wanted to take London, and then ES just had this 15-minute for value gap here that was just holding us, right? I need some water. Hold up. So really not that bad of a day, honestly. Super happy with how the accounts are looking. $700, not too shabby. Now, there was one trade here that I was honestly debating on taking, and I believe it was, let me go ahead and clear this out, right? So we just swept London, right? We have this 15-minute for value gap here. We had some good clean draw down over here. Is this the trade? Yeah, this is the trade here, right? So we're tapping into a 15-minute here, as you can see. Huge SMT with ES. Right, this is pretty nice textbook. I think this is when ES actually took its London. Yeah, so ES actually officially took out with London. Which is cool. We do have a 5-minute inversion sitting down over here, right? So you could have, this is a potential entry point, right? Stop loss a little bit, maybe above this high or whatever, essentially. And then you have clear draws, right? You have all of this resting liquidity sitting down over here, which is really nice. So really, this was honestly a trade I was contemplating on taking. I mean, did I regret not taking it? I mean, yes, right? Like, I would have added more money to the account. But, I mean, it's a W in my book. I followed my rules, 2 trades, and I'm done for the day, right? I'm up for the day. I don't want to be greedy, taking it day by day. Really important, right? So that was the first entry here. Then you also do have another second entry here. Really depends on what you prefer, right? I mean, this second trade's a little bit more confirming, but you also have to realize we're just so close to liquidity sitting down over here, and you have to remember also that all the SMGs has been working, right? So as soon as let's say ES took out one of these lows and we form an SMT, we most likely actually end up going back up, right? So let's go ahead and check. Yeah. So as you can see here, we do have an SMT, right? This is with ES. This is the SMT here with ES, right? So after this SMT formed, we literally just went back up, right? I'm telling you, all the SMTs work. In this market, literally take what you can get. Don't try to be greedy. Don't try to hold runners. Aim for like 100-point banger. Realistically, I don't think that's gonna be working all that much. 5 p.m. Tana, you've been cooked. So yeah, so that's that. And we also do have this other trade here, which is, I'm just looking at it right now. Really nice for value gap here. Good inversion, clean model. We do have it for value gap here, expansion. Creating this low. Let me see. How does this look on the 1 minute? Yeah, this is a nice 5-minute model. You also do have it on the 1 minute here as well, right? After retracing back onto this, right? So plenty of trades I would have liked to have taken, but I had already gotten out, right? This is already late in the PM. This is already around 10:45. And yeah, I mean, if you were to hold this would have been for 153 points, but I'm not on around that time. I usually trade New York AM and I'm done for the day. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and this trade recap. Remember, take it slow, guys. Take it slow. Take what you can get. There's no need to be greedy. defense wins games, and it's all about survival, right? Give me a sec. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, I mean, we just have to remember we need to keep trading as simple as possible. And we just tend to make it harder than it needs to be. Okay, but let's be honest. Like, trading is somewhat difficult, right? You start trading, you're trying to find a strategy. The hard part is sticking to that strategy, making your own, learning how to use that strategy properly, and different price action and different times of the season and different times of the year and stuff like that, etc. But I mean, all of that comes with screen time, right? And that's just why people end up saying, like, you shouldn't quit. Like, you fail when you stop, right? Because everything is literally a process. Everything builds up on top of each other the same way that if I were to fuck up in the markets tomorrow, I break one of my rules, I'm supposed to journal it, right? Journal it, make sure, some fix it, right? Obviously, I'm human. We're all gonna mess up, right? We're not perfect. Like, even some of the best traders in the world still have somewhat psychology issues. We're human, right? We make human error, but our important thing is to restrict it as much as possible in terms of us showing emotion and that leading to revenge trading and then blowing your accounts and stuff like that, right? You journal it and you recognize what you did was wrong. You come back into the next day, fresh, new, recycled, and you make sure that doesn't happen again, right? It can happen in the next month. It shouldn't be happening every day, right? It shouldn't be happening next week. It shouldn't be happening the week after that, right? It could happen in a month or two later, but it shouldn't be happening literally the day after you just broke your rules, right? Like, obviously at that point you just need to lock in. And the word locking in has so much meaning, and you guys don't even know, right? The word alone, locking in. Like, people say, yeah, I gotta lock in. People say they gotta lock in, but they don't actually lock in. You get what I'm saying? It's like they know what they're supposed to do. They have a training plan. They know they're supposed to wait for high quality setups. They know they know what they have to do in order to achieve where they want to go, right? The thing is, though, just following those set of rules, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, we should make trading simple as possible, right? You should be able to follow your own rules, and you should be able to, see progress in your trading by following your rules, right? Again, and I say this all the time, if you're having trouble seeing green days, or just in general psychology wise, make a goal to follow your rules for that week. Try, like, let's say Sunday comes, you're about to go to sleep, you're just like, okay, you know what, this week or this month, starting now, I am going to follow my rules, and let's see how I feel at the end of the month. And you're going to be journaling each day of the month until the end, and you're gonna reflect on how you felt, like how you've been performing a bit, like how you've been performing, and etc., right? Because everything is also a system. What the plan does and what you following your rules and what you have to do builds a system, right? You can't just wake up straight out of bed, literally all tired and stuff, and then you're hopping into the market as you're taking literally the first fair value gap retrace that you see, and you have no other conviction, and you're just like, oh yeah, you're just hopping on the charts. So you're looking for a trade. You're actively looking for the trade. You're not letting the market present itself, right? Having a system, being patient, having screen time allows you to build a system where you can grow that system, and that system will help you to grow as a trader, and that's how you develop yourself and establish yourself as a more mature trader, right? And again, everything is literally a process, and we just have to recognize that a process does not happen overnight. If you're profitable in 8 months, hey, that's good stuff, man. Congrats to you. But if you're still hard stuck, unprofitable and stuff like that, have a system, follow the system, tweak your system to make it better. That system is going to tweak you, and you're going to become a better trader, and you're going to be well on your way to becoming an established trader, and the goals that you want to do or complete with, whatever, with your trading money or whatever, right? Yeah, like we just need to lock in. Like like we say, yeah, let's lock in, but really if you think about it, locking in means so many things. And I just do think a lot of times we just get lazy, and we just have to hold ourselves accountable. We just can't be getting lazy, right? Like we know what trading can really bring to you. We know the freedom trading can bring to you, or bring to anyone. And we just get lazy. We try to take shortcuts because we want to get there pronto. No, it is a process. It is a process that we have to enjoy, that we have to endure, that we have to go through, that we, obviously there are going to be days when you absolutely hate yourself because you just passed some accounts the first day on the XFAs. You just blew it because you lost your first trade, and you're like, oh no, this is my first day, there's no way it can end red, and you're just revenge trading to end the day. You're just trying to end the day green, and you don't end the day green, and you just lost your account, and now you're just like, bro, like, now I have to start at square one, right? It's a process. We need to take it slow. Remember, take your time, and it's all about survival. Literally all about survival. Literally the market is literally all about survival. Like, if you have an XFA, here, the thing about XFAs is the psychology from eval to XFA changes, right? And it's because on the eval, you're like, oh, I could just buy another one for $50, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. But once you pass the eval and you move on to XFA, now you have the opportunity to actually make some money. Now, if you're chasing a payout, obviously all of us on the XFAs want to get a payout. But if you're actively chasing it, that is going to set you back a crap ton compared to a person who is trading literally one micro, and he's taking his sweet time documenting everything, right? And it's like the slow turtle wins the race. But the thing is, all of us don't want to be a slow turtle because turtles are slow, and we want to be the hare and be there ASAP, right? We can't do that, right? We actually need to lock in. We actually need to start thinking about things. And, it's okay to be the slow turtle. The slow turtle is going to win the race. The slow turtle is going to build the good habits and longevity, right? Compared to the hare who's just rushing things, and you might get a lucky payout, right? Come on, let's lock in now. Let's lock in. But that's it. That's my little yap session. I think I'm gonna start doing these like little psychology or whatever, just yap sessions for like some weekend videos. Might drop in like on Sunday or something, just so I have something to post over the weekends, because I'm really trying to take this YouTube stuff seriously. Again, I'm not no guru. This is just all documentation. I journal every day. I journal every single trade, how I feel. So literally everything is coming from my journal and me rereading my journal, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to the stuff what I'm saying, and a lot of you guys would be like, oh, whatever he's saying is just like general stuff. Okay, then if whatever I'm saying is general stuff and you already know it, then why aren't you following those things, right? Like, come on, let's pay attention now, right? And yeah, so that is pretty much it. I appreciate you guys so much for sticking to the end of the video. I will see you guys in tomorrow if we do take a trade. Yep. Peace.